Thor issue 12 sees a dazed Loki awaken in a carnage-filled battlefield. Soon Loki learns that Eldrad, the ancient Viking version of himself, is behind the massacre. Loki isn't too happy to see the begging trickster, asking why he needlessly slaughtered thousands, but only learning because it makes him smile. Loki knows that this is somehow Thor related and discovers Eldred sparked this war between the Dark Elves and the Trolls just to take his mind off his scheme involving Erica the Red. Loki does, however, remember this massacre, but not meeting Eldred, meaning this is some type of time travel nonsense, but doesn't remember how he got here. Soon a small boy, which is revealed to be Malekith, runs through the battlefield with a wheelbarrow full of body parts, yelled at by an undertaker for being too slow. Eldred doesn't care since the Dark Elf war slave is of no consequence, but Loki knows better. Suddenly Loki realizes that he started this war, meaning he created Malekith and is responsible for the War of the Realms. Eldred tries to take some credit for inspiring Loki to do such an insane thing, but the God of Mischief tries to stop Malekith, but the boy can't hear him since he and Eldred are incorporeal. Loki demands to know what Eldred did to him, but the trickster reminds Loki that he was killed, eaten by his own father. Loki thinks this is hell, but Eldred doesn't believe so as Loki attacks him, demanding he stop the illusions. Eldred blasts Loki, telling him he can't win this battle, teleporting him away. Loki is taken to yet another part of his history, to a more recent time where he watches his father butcher another frost giant. Here he meets Kid Loki, who tells him that he can't stop what's happening, but shouldn't feel bad since killing is what frost giants do. Loki discovered the kid version of himself is the present that should have been had Loki not gone through with his recent plans. Loki says that he never wanted to be the villain, but the Kid Loki knows it's all Freya's fault. Loki says that he doesn't regret stabbing his mother, making Kid Loki wonder if he would indeed do it again, and then return to the father who recently ate him. Kid Loki says Loki traded him away for a small space in his father's castle and wants his older self to tell him if there is an angle to this deception he isn't seeing. Loki says he has heard that the Norns are dead and that no one is writing their fates anymore, but it doesn't feel like they are gone. He says that he thought he could be the god of stories, but they are just Loki, and their story has always been written, and it was never meant to end well. Loki postulates that if Thor is the sword that protects the realms, then Loki has always been the sharpening stone, and while he's done his best, he just wants to be left alone in peace to suffer now. Kid Loki says that he's in this hell because of himself, not because he wanted to say goodbye or try and teach himself a new lesson. Loki tells Kid Loki his admiration for himself has been satisfied and wants to end all of this. Kid Loki suddenly shows Loki himself in the far, far future, where he kills Ego, the last living planet. This Loki proclaims himself the Necro God and the end of everything that ever was. Loki can't believe this is what happens to him and thinks it's all a lie, but the Necro God Loki says it's definitely not a lie and this is the end of everything, except for them. Loki refuses to become that monster, but the Necro sword wielding Loki says that he's nothing compared to him, but he wanted this Loki to see what he would become, and that no matter how much he adores himself, he isn't the Omega or Ultimate Loki, the Necro God Loki is. Loki is cast out into the void, where he continues to tell himself he can stop all of this from happening. As Loki concentrates on trying to snap himself out of the illusions, Laufey rallies his troops at the Statue of Liberty, ordering them to freeze anything that draws warm breath in what he has now dubbed New Jotunheim. Laufey laughs as the half-dissolved Loki in his stomach tells himself that he must die. Thor issue 12 was a great tie-in to the War of the Realms that also tied Loki's recent developments into what Jason Aaron has been hinting at in the far future, and even tying into stuff from Infinity Wars. I really like how it was kind of a look at Loki's life as various incarnations of the god showed up, and how he kind of inadvertently is responsible for all of these horrible things happening, and no matter what he tries to do to try and make it better or try and atone for that, he will always become that Necro God, which is quite interesting. I'm very intrigued to see what Jason Aaron is going to do with that, especially since he's tying up all of these threads in a really fun and fulfilling way, and I'm interested to see how Loki will both escape his father's stomach first, but also, I guess, kill himself or find something that will eventually end him. Very interesting stuff here. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.